And you are looking live at the Children's Network of Southwest Florida. Outstanding accommodations. And we just got a fabulous guest here today. Get to talk to a vice president at a local outstanding bank, Regions Bank, and she's a market exec as well. Cindy Valenti Smith.
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome to Leap Live
Thank you so
again.
much for having me. Appreciate it.
Good to get you back. And when we see Cindy, we should think homeownership mortgages. Is that a good way to think about it?
Absolutely.
That's what you wake up, eat, live, and breathe, huh?
Yes.
Tell me about your passion about getting people onto home ownership and mortgages.
Well, I mean, really, a path to home ownership, we know that, it creates generational wealth. It creates stability within a family, and having stability and financial confidence also brings retention to associates for their work. So overall, it's a big community thing to have that path to home ownership, to assist people and watch them really kind of grow within that. It's a passion of ours, and to be involved in the community and to help out with education to get people there is one of the most important things that we do.
And one of the things that you are here to talk about, and we'll get to that, is the opportunity to get people on to first-time home ownership, talk about some of your different grant programs, down payment assistance, and so on and so forth. But before we get to that, I want to just in general, in your partnership with the City of Fort Myers Community Redevelopment Agency, it's a great partnership that's brewing right now. Talk about your partnership with the City of Fort Myers Community Redevelopment Agency.
Absolutely. We both obviously have that passion for home ownership for our community. We connect on a level of really making sure that we're educating our community, preparing people ahead of time. How do we get that path to people? And it's a matter of people are at a point A, how do we get them to point B? And how do we educate them about not just the home ownership portion, but the financial portion first, to make sure that they have a confidence when they proceed forward down that road. So it's been a fantastic partnership for us.
Yeah, Michelle Hilton Terry, the executive director, and Melanie Long, Dr. Melanie Long, they're over there every day thinking of good ways that they can get people onto affordable housing, home ownership. You got LaShawn Collier there doing her work. So this is a great organization. It's good to see them partner with a community-oriented bank like your bank and getting people to that end. You have created some products for this market that really people will find attractive. Let's start off with one that really stands out to you.
The one that really stands out specific for our community in Lee is our 97% affordable program. So it's a 3% down payment, and we have a reduced rate on that particular product because we know there is such a great need in this community. And we're also pairing that with our down payment assistance grant, which is a full gift. There's no repayment needed whatsoever, and that can be used for down payment and or closing assistance of $10,000. So that's really kind of bridging the spread of what people qualify for. They may not have that down payment themselves, but we're able to provide that to them. That product also does not have private mortgage insurance attached to it. So again, people are able to qualify for more of a loan because that mortgage insurance is not taking care of that payment. It's really making that payment smaller for them.
And that's very important to a lot of people in terms of meeting the qualifications to get onto home ownership.
Correct. Yes.
Give me a for example in terms of how that helps.
Well, we've had one instance, not just one, just off the top of my head, we had comparable people that are paying rent, a good amount of rent, quite frankly. And when we look at what the mortgage is and what we can do, we have the down payment assistance, and a lot of people don't feel they can proceed forward because they don't have savings because they're putting it towards the rent. We're able to match that, put that person into a home, and in some instances, the mortgage is actually less than the rent.
Really?
And now they're really putting equity back into their home, and they have that that gift, really, that gift and that pride in their own home and with their family.
You mentioned a grant earlier. I want to slow that down because people might say there's something about a down payment and closing cost grant. Is that up to $5,000 or what it goes?
We actually increased it from $5,000 to $10,000.
Okay.
So we have $1.5 million to provide to people. So that's 150 families that we're able to assist and to provide that gift of again, towards down payment and or closing costs.
Who could qualify for that, and how do you guys define affordable housing, workforce housing, and all of that kind of stuff?
That's the purchase price is the tough part, quite frankly, because we have neighborhoods that the prices are going up and up and up. It's really been quite exorbitant out there. So that's why this particular product, which does not have that monthly mortgage insurance premium, is helping with that range of debt to income to qualify for a higher loan amount. In way of the purchase prices, I mean, working with CRA, working with the city is building some homes on lots that they own, which will be more of an affordable purchase price range. So that will help the situation as well. We've also seen families proceeding forward with purchase with their adult children because they actually are living together at this point in renting. And that's a great opportunity. We want to educate people on options of home ownership, and there are many options to it.
Can you explain the role of the down payment assistance program in helping individuals achieve their goals?
Sure. So the down payment assistance product is really the difference between that purchase price and what the loan amount needs to be. That's why we're able to use up to $10,000 towards that. It gets people into that home who may not have had any type of savings nor are not capable of saving because of their other obligations. And most of that obligation is their rent that they're paying now. So that's been a very, very strong role for us to play. To have that increase to 10,000 has been very, very helpful. So it's been very well received, and we're just trying to get the word out about it.
What are some things specifically that when you're working with a city agency, quasi, like the City of Fort Myers Community Redevelopment Agency, what's that like? How do you guys, what role do they play?
A referral source, quite frankly. So if there's clients that they have that are in need and they're at that next step and ready, we're able to proceed forward with qualifying them for a home loan. Or if they just really need the educational portion, we actually will go in and do classes for a path to home ownership. It can start with, we have a next step program, which is actually also online. It really starts with banking basics and proceeds forward to really give someone a true path financially.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that's a good segue into some of your financial educational resources, specifically as they relate to mortgages and things of that nature in underserved communities. Go.
So we can have obviously our online, it's regions.com/next step. But besides that, what we've been doing within the community is we will get together with parishes. The Ministries Alliance actually is one. We're doing a home ownership class coming up in September 7th. So we're very excited about that. We partner with the Quality of Life Center. We have been involved with their health and wealth, financial wellness events. So it's a matter of educating within the community, getting out there, being consistent with it, meeting with people that own their own businesses, meeting with their teams there to make sure their staff is aware of what their capabilities are. So we do that throughout the community, as well as involve ourselves within the schools, other community centers, the technical colleges, and we'll do a financial budget games with them. So it really gives them an awareness of how a budget looks for their parents.
Excellent. What's the first step if they want to tap into your programs, especially the affordable home program?
Certainly by just reaching out to myself or one of our other loan officers, we're able to review their financials and give them a good sense of what their capabilities are. Some people are ready today and some people aren't, but we're able to give them some education on how to prepare themselves for the future.
What are you seeing in general right now in your office in terms of housing stock, sales, or is the market picking up? People starting to sell? There's some stock out there to purchase?
There's definitely some stock out there to purchase. I think prices aren't going up as high right now. So homes are staying on the market a little bit longer. So it gives opportunities to not just jump, but to prepare yourself for that home ownership path. Whereas before it was a bit of a frenzy. And this way we really have people that we can educate, prepare, and they can feel very confident in what they're doing with their home ownership path.
Regions Bank. Well, Cindy, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show.
Pleasure as always. Thank you so much.
And looking forward to getting you back in the future.
I as well. You take care.
Let's bump you out. And remember, Miami might have the oranges, but the partnership between the City of Fort Myers Community Redevelopment Agency and Regions Bank and getting people on to first-time homeowners, affordable housing, workforce housing has the
juice for sure.
We'll see you.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, everybody. This is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show. And if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel Watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime. And also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.